Okay, a very good morning to all of you to this presentation on Smart Helmet Ride into the Future, organized as part of AMRITA Edge, initiative of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University. I am Dr. Prashant Nair. I'm very proud to mentor this team, the Brain Bucket, a group of young, vibrant and dynamic second year students of Amrita School of Engineering, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham Coimbatore campus, who have brought this exciting innovation, and they are taking it places, winning and securing top ranks in several hackathons. So before I hand over the baton to my student team, which I may claim, I'm a little possessive about that as well, that I can claim that they are probably the best hackathon team in the Coimbatore campus of Amrita, doing a lot of stuff. So I thought I'll just spend a few minutes on the ambience in our university and then hand over and talk about the innovation. Let me just share my slides. Is the slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Smart Helmet is an exciting innovation by this Brain Bucket team. They'll be talking to you extensively about what are the features, what are the attributes of this innovation. And, before I just wanted to give a perspective today about why we need this kind of student innovation. So if you see this slide, I have a Mars rover. Someday in the not so distant future, we are going to see us colonizing the planet of Mars. And one of the technologies that many research groups are working on is building a rover for navigating the terrain in Mars. And who has to do this Mars rover? Well, the answer is emphatically all kind of engineers who have to display, showcase, and unleash their creativity, innovation, talent, and interdisciplinary problem solving. So the Mars rover requires a computer science engineer to run the software remotely from thousands and millions of miles away. It needs an electronics and communication engineer to develop the devices, the gyro, the signal handling, and so on and so forth. It needs power. It needs an electrical engineer to drive the power remotely. It needs a mechanical and an automobile engineer to make the contraption move. So it requires all kinds and all types of people to work together towards a solution. And hackathons give a wonderful aspect to the student community to completely leverage, apply the knowledge, the skills that they know, they gain from the college into a real life situation. Now, we have a misconception about hackathons. Hackathons are basically nothing to do with hacking, which is an unethical act of looking for system vulnerabilities and stealing stuff. Hackathon is nothing to do with that. Hackathon is nothing but making a digital product. And this product is usually solving a problem for the community, or this product is something that is marketable and can be used to earn revenue for a company. So hackathon has nothing to do with hacking. Rather, it's a wonderful learning experience because you are getting your hands dirty. You are able to enhance your skills and learning. You are able to apply the concepts that you have learned in so many courses and technologies. And not only that, the most exciting aspect of a hackathon is you are doing the entire product development in a very limited amount of time. You are, having an idea, you are developing an idea, conceptualizing the idea, you are prototyping it, you are executing it, you are implementing it, and also pitching it. And the greatest thing is that, we are doing it in, say, 24 hours or 48 hours and 72 hours, depending upon the type or the time of the hackathon. So it's an amazing learning experience. Most of you are students or prospective students. The learnings are tremendous because you are unleashing your complete innovation, your knowledge, unleashing your teamwork, unleashing your creativity, unleashing your talent. And generally hackathons have a mix. You have to interface with the hardware, with the software, you have to do understand different subsystems and so on. So it's a wonderful learning experience, and I totally recommend every student, every prospective student who is attending this Amrita Edge webinar to focus their energies once they join college on participating in hackathons. The success, the opportunities, the adulation, the bragging is truly amazing. Amrita has a wonderful ambience for promoting this kind of student innovation. In the last few years, perhaps no other university has such a vibrant hackathon culture, and you see more than 150 plus victories in top hackathons, top positions, you name it, we are there. Whether it is representing the country in the Singapore India Hackathon, whether it is having teams win the Smart India Hackathon, whether it is hackathons by all the dream companies, be it Infosys, Cisco, Accenture, IBM, you have it, we are there. And this is a vibrant culture that we see. We have had so many crowning glories. We have had a couple of our teams represent the country in the Singapore India Hackathon. One of the teams came in the top 5, and not only that, they had a wonderful photo op with none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India, who motivated and felicitated the team. So this movement has to gather steam. We want each and every student to be focusing, and we are going to see a lot of success. Smart India Hackathon is an idea proposed by the Prime Minister to involve students in developing the country's, addressing the country's problems. And every year since 2017, we have been there. We have been either winning, participating, having many teams in the finals. And I strongly recommend to all students and prospective students, it's an exciting event. Now, it is not only the computer science students, the mechanical students, the civil engineering students, the chemical engineering students. There are opportunities galore for all of them. The aerospace students. This is a picture of our university's racing team that won several prizes in the SAE Baja competition. So again, this is an interdisciplinary thing. There are, electronic students here, mechanical students here, civil students here, aerospace students here who are, working towards this. And, you come into Amrita, you get, hooked on to one of these clubs, one of these activities, and the results are here for you to see. The adulation, the name, the fame, the bragging. So I wanted to speak a few words about this team. It's a very, very special team for me. They are only into their second year of engineering. They just joined me while they were ending the first year and moving on to the second year. And I'm so proud of their achievements, being in the second year of engineering, at the risk of complacency, which I'm sure we will not get into. The journey is continuing. They have had outstanding achievements, coming into the KPIT Sparkle. They have come as runner-up in 2 major international and national competitions, an IEEE hackathon along with the Tamil Nadu state government. They came as a runner-up for this exciting smart helmet. Then again, a national competition inaugurated by the Prime Minister, the India International Science Festival. They came second. I'm so proud of you guys, and over to you guys. Let's hope this journey continues and we bring more and more laurels to the Amrita University. Over to you, folks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such high words about us and our team, sir. We would definitely make you proud and the team proud, sir. Thank you, everyone in the audience, for joining us on a Sunday morning. So I am Darshan, and this is my team, Brain Bucket. We have Bhavesh with us. Bhavesh could share the technical part of Brain Bucket, and we would also be presenting a video pitch of our hack. Over to you, Bhavesh.
Thank you, Darshan. Give me just a minute. Let me open my screen.
Sure, Bhavesh.
Yeah. Is my screen visible, Darshan?
Yeah, it's coming, Bhavesh. It's not yet full, but it's coming. It's come. It's
now,
come.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for that warm welcome. Thank you, Darshan. And thank you all audience for joining us today. So this is my team Brain Bucket. To start with, we have Darshan from CSE department. We have Chaitanya again from CSE department, Gokul from CSE department, and me from the ECE department. We all are from the second year of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Coimbatore campus. We have Dr. Prashant Nair, sir, as you all saw now, was our proud mentor for our entire journey. To start with, what is basically our product? Basically, our product is a smart helmet, which is going to change the way of navigation, change the way of safety and traffic abidance and road behavior. We are going to, the main motive of our helmet is to provide hassle-free navigation to every two-wheeler driver. We very well know that there is no proper navigation system for a two-wheeler driver, and it often leads to accidents and unusual risks on the road. To avoid this, we have set up a navigation system onto our helmet. Again, helmets are basically for safety. But why shouldn't we take safety to the next level? We have a smart safety system to ensure proper safety throughout your journey. Let me elaborate on this later. We also have a traffic abidance system. We all know that not everybody follows traffic rules very sincerely. We do, but not everybody around us do. To ensure that all those who ride a two-wheeler ensures proper traffic rule abidance, we've set up a system for that. Why did we propose such a system? We all know that everybody owns a two-wheeler, and the sales figures of two-wheelers is of over 108 plus million for a particular year. So we target this to be our primary source. As sir told, it's a very good thing that all innovations help us brag about ourselves. I would very proudly say that we've come up as two runner-up in two proud hackathons. One is the Students Engineering Model Expo in Indian International Science Fest, and another is the Yadumure Global Conclave Hackathon conducted by the IEEE and the Tamil Nadu government. We also won the Ideathon competition conducted by the Computer Society of India. We emerged as winner there, and we were one of the top 100 teams in the KPIT Sparkle event. What does our innovation include? Our innovation includes IoT, image processing, navigation, analytics through machine learning. Next, what does our model basically target? Our model basically targets children, Uber, Ola, and other delivery personnel, and finally mass data collection to government agencies and to large-scale organizations. Let me start with Uber and Ola and delivery personnel. Basically, safety. We all know that food delivery system basically happens at night time. We all enjoy ordering food at night, at evenings, late evenings, where the traffic around the city is very too much high for a person to travel safely. Another important thing is that these delivery personnel must be punctual in their delivery. Late deliveries are not accepted anywhere. To keeping in mind all these factors, we've designed a helmet. First up, navigation. Navigation through vocal assistance in the helmet provides hassle-free travel. We can ensure punctuality through proper navigation through the small streets, big roads throughout a city and towns. Next up, safety. We have two safety systems included in our helmet. One will be the night indication system, and finally the immediate accident alert system. The night system is a basic system which will turn itself on during nights to let know the other bigger vehicles that a smaller two-wheeler vehicle is going in front of them. Next is the immediate accident alert system. Immediate accident alert system is basically brought into two systems. One will be the messaging system, which once you've encountered some kind of unintentional accidents or unfavorable circumstances, a message will be sent to your closest contacts. Like it may be your company, it may be your spouse, it may be your family, anything but an immediate message will be sent them through an app. And at the where alarm is raised to ensure that the locals, immediate locals next to you, know that you've been met with an accident. In case you fall into a pit, you fall aside from the road where you're not visible, this immediate system will let know the locals that you've fallen down to bring you immediate support and help. Next is the traffic rules abidation system. Our smart helmet basically perceives the environment. We know that people do not go slowly in a school zone. People do not stop honking in a hospital zone. There are certain specific rules for specific localities to ensure safety and to ensure proper environment. But not everybody knows and are aware of these rules. The smart helmet will perceive the environment, know what's happening around it. Let it be the traffic rules, the traffic protocols, and let you know again through the vocal system how to ensure proper systematic movement through these areas. Next will be the child. We all know that children are enthusiastic to drive a cycle, and it's very important they understand traffic rules so that they develop and grow into a proper and obedient citizen. To start with safety, again, as previously mentioned, we have the similar safety system attached to the helmet of a cycle driver, that is the child. Next is education. We all know, as I already told, it's very important that children learn traffic rules and protocols. At the very young age, the helmet will help them understand the traffic rules and traffic protocols that they will have to follow through easy to follow instructions. The child is aware of those instructions and those protocols at a very young age, so that when he grows up, he understands proper road system and becomes a responsible citizen. Next is the GPS tracking system. The GPS tracking system is very vital for the parents to ensure and to know that their children are safe. The child may navigate, the child may not know where he's going or where he's coming. To help him in navigating, the GPS system will help. At the same time, the GPS system will let know the parents through the mobile app where the child is roaming and will ensure proper communication, a safety communication. Next, health monitoring system in the child's helmet. A minimal health monitor is health is monitored throughout the journey to let know the parents that he is in a proper and a healthy condition. Next is the mass data analysis and mass for governmental agencies and large-scale organizations. We all know that mass data can be of multiple help and is very crucial in any part of development. Mass data with prior permission from the users will be collected and sent to agencies, government agencies like the safety, road safety organizations, and to the large-scale organizations like Amazon, Uber, or Swiggy, who needs to monitor their traveling personnel. Let's say in a particular street, the amount of motorcycle races, illegal races are too high, and particular safety systems have to be implemented in that particular area. The helmet worn by those riders could easily tell them where they are moving, how fast, and what safety protocols they are following and not following. Through these data, proper safety systems can be included by the local authorities. Next up, we have a market. We expect our model to get into a business where we form a business to customer type of business and a business to business type of business. Target customers, as previously mentioned, delivery personnel, anybody with a two-wheeler vehicle, and finally children, governmental agencies, and large-scale organization. Existing competitors. You all might wonder, helmets are already available and smartifying of helmets could have been earlierly done, but that's not the case. So as far as we've researched, we found two reasonably good competitors. One is the Live Map helmet and other is the Greenstone G6 helmets. The Live Map helmet costs around 1,62,000 rupees, which is far more than an expensive bike in our country. So in our country, the price of this helmet is way too expensive. Next is the Greenstone G6 helmet. It costs around 10,000 rupees, which seems to be quite expensive. But let me go around the other features available. Our Brain Bucket helmet will cost around 4,000 to 7,000, which is far more less than a common smartphone which everybody uses. We have a navigation system, we have a night safety system, we have an immediate accident alert system, we have a traffic protocol updation system, we have mass data collection, and we have vocal assistance. If you see the table in front of you, not the other competitors do not have so many features, or let's say a model that is compilable, that is compatible to our Indian scenario. Current development status of our innovation. So we have a basic version of our prototype, which was presented in the different areas of, different hackathons presented. Time required for us to develop this into a complete model. We expect around 60 to 20 months because of our academic schedule, and as we are just in second years, we expect 16 months for us to take this model into a commercial product. We are intending to patent our model and finally commercialization of the same product. We believe that technology will create a better and connected future. So I would like to continue with this. I would like to present you guys a video of our complete presentation along with the prototype model. Darshan, can you please present the video?
Yes, is my screen visible?
Yeah,
Darshan,
it's visible, Darshan. It's visible, Darshan.
In the number of cars and the mercilessly congested roads, road safety has turned into a factor of utmost importance. The paucity of a proper navigation system for a two-wheeler vehicle leaves the driver distracted, and the high stress level of drivers induced due to not knowing or not familiar with routes is one of the leading causes of accidents. Thus, the need for an efficient system ensuring navigation, discipline, and safety is very clear. The Brain Bucket is designed to ensure a proper navigation, discipline, safety, and recreation. The helmet has a voice-assisted navigation system uniquely designed for a two-wheeler, ensuring vocal and visual assistance. A specially designed traffic sign detection system will make sure that the driver is aware of his environment. To predict the possibility of any health hazard during the travel, a specially designed IoT system is installed. As an additional feature, the users can connect their mobile to the model through Bluetooth for any recreational purposes like listening to music or podcasts.
Shortest distances 2.76926559755444027 kilometer.
A Python-based voice-enabled navigation system is programmed to ensure a hassle-free navigation system. An IoT-based Android app connected to the helmet will ensure routing services and smart monitoring through visual data. An OpenCV model is programmed to the Raspberry Pi to analyze and interpret the environment visually. This model detects the traffic signs and symbols, road lanes and road boundaries, which are alerted to the driver vocally through the speakers, and the same is displayed on the small screen for later use. Stop. Forward. Strike or left. Strike or left. Strike or right. No entry. No entry. A bigger vehicle may easily overlook the smaller two-wheeler drivers at night times. To avoid accidents of these sorts, the night safety system installed will help the bigger vehicles recognize a two-wheeler driver. The 12-volt LED strip connected to the controller will turn itself on when the environment goes below 60 lumens of light. That is during a really cloudy day or at night times. As earlier mentioned, the helmet visually perceives the environment. To aid the controller, the camera is installed onto the helmet to collect visual data. Vocal information is passed on to the driver through the speakers installed inside the helmet, which is connected to Raspberry Pi. The navigation paths and the recognized traffic signal are vocally informed throughout the audio system. Health monitor and the health hazard predictor installed collects information through the pulse rate sensor and the temperature sensor attached to the helmet strap. A physically hurt person cannot call for help. The accident alert system will raise an alarm to attract immediate help at that time. This is most helpful in acute situations where immediate help is mandatory. A force on the helmet, that is, when the person falls down, the buzzer will turn on, attracting help. Delivery personnel such as Ola, Uber and Swiggy highly require this, since all their required features would be integrated in our app. Secondly, anyone interested in tech and automobiles can use this device to get insights about their driving. The market for this kind of product is not yet tapped, and playing this to our advantage, we hope to make a move. And the best part about all this would be the cost versus effectiveness model. At mass production, we hope to see the product at a reasonable price of around $60 to $90. We, the team Brain Bucket, believe that it's a highly necessary accessory that person or people of our generation must invest in. Our primary aim is to make this available to anyone with a two-wheeler vehicle. Initially, with an alpha test round, we hope to take in customer feedback and work towards it.
Yes, guys, that was about Brain Bucket. So I would like to take this opportunity to sort of have a very impromptu anatomy of our slides and how you must do a good pitch at your hackathon. So let me just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is visible. Darshan, it's visible.
Yes. So the first slide can always contain an introduction about your team and what do you guys do, where are you from. That is very basic. The next slide is very important, market pain. Before proposing any solution, you need to analyze the market wherein who would use your solution. That is one feature where many people actually lose at several hackathons. I myself have made many blunders, and all this comes from a lot of experience from various hackathons. So market pain would include what are the current challenges that our people are facing, how what are the data that you collected, how much have you dived into the topic. So as you can see here, the market pains points are analyzed, and then there is also sources. So all of these sources are hyperlinked, wherein you would lead to a page which has the data for our research. That would be about market pain. The next would be the innovation, right? So what are the key features that you are adding in your product, and what makes you different from the existing products is where your innovation lies in. So let me just tell you some of the backstories of some of the hackathons. Let's divide a hackathon phase into three major events, such as pre-hackathon. One is during the hackathon, and the other is post-hackathon. So what happens in pre-hackathon is that you select your team, you start ideation, you sort of get all your things together, you do the background research. Because hackathon is a very short period of time in which you have to accomplish a lot of things. And there will be several code errors that you have to debug during the hackathon. So all of this pre-research needs to be done before the hackathon. The idea needs to be selected, the team needs to be selected. So moving to during the hackathon, what you would essentially be doing is coding out your entire solution that you propose, and you would also be making a presentation as well as a video pitch if that is necessary. So time in that would be enough for you to actually make 80% of your proposed solution. I with my experience, I don't think I have seen any team that has presented 100% of their solution that they aim at in a 24-hour to 48-hour hackathon. Post hackathon, what happens is that the organizers of the event try to contact you if you have won. But one essential part that you need to do from your side is network with people. The jury, the audience, everyone coming to those hackathons are genuinely interested in technology. So you can always collaborate with people to sort of make new ideas into life. I would strongly encourage people not to compete against each other, and they start collaborating with each other. This is no more school, guys. So one of the backstory of KPIT hackathon is that the jury at KPIT said us that you need validation from companies like Swiggy and Ola. But at that point of time, we didn't know whom we need to turn to. By God's fortune or by Lord's luck, I had registered for another event, and we had pitched the same brain bucket idea. And one of the panelists of that competition was the CFO of Swiggy. And he, in fact, appreciated the idea, and I am in touch with him to take this idea forward. So these are some of our accomplishments that, as Prashant sir already mentioned. Value proposition model. So what you would be including in the hackathon, you know the feature of it, but when you're presenting, you need to make sure that the jury also understands the crux of what you are presenting. So icons and short labels would help them to understand what you will be providing in a more layman term. Because let's say we all here are technical people, and when we say that we are using probably YOLO architecture or some other architecture, we in our community can understand this. But when you're presenting to an entire jury, it is good to present it in very layman terms so that you can understand, and they can also make sure that they understand. Next is market. As you can see here, there is a graph. So data is highly essential. People nowadays say that data is the oil of today's generation. I highly disagree with that point, as in I state that data is more like the air you breathe. It is used in every decision you make today. In the corporate world, without data, nothing stands today. So data and statistics are very important when you're analyzing the market pain, and you also need to add sources from where you are taking this data, right? So our specific product is more focused on the product side rather than a more technical computer science project. That, as I mentioned already, you got to collaborate with other people and make sure that you present the best that you can do. I'm pretty sure people, the freshers today, face a huge challenge when it comes to online mode of communication and professional socializing with your teammates. But there is always LinkedIn for that. and you can make sure that you collaborate with the best kind of people and present your best work. You also need to analyze the market in which your product would be able to make sales or at least sustain to a certain extent. The jury in the hackathon would also see how well it can be scaled, because let's be honest, while creating a single product, you yourself would not only use that. You got to scale it to at least a city's extent, a state extent, and eventually the country. So people in the jury also look forward to scaling up the product. Existing competitors. This is one of the most important slides in our presentation. So you got to present what you have been doing and how you are different from the other competitors that are already existing. A table like this would carry forward your thoughts very easily, and the jury can also see the presentation quite good, right? And make sure that your presentation is very crisp and it's full of clarity, because you will only be given 7 to 10 minutes to present your slides. So you can't have a lot of technical details into the slides. But if the jury members are always interested in your technical part, you can have a separate meeting and explain the crux of your product. The current status that you have been developing is also essential in your slide, because the idea that you think about and the action that you take in the next 24 hours would only depend on your state of mind, right? So let's say you are developing some sort of image processing conceptual product, and you have only been able to do it 80%, right? So you have to present that to the jury, stating that due to the scope of the hackathon, you are only able to complete 80%, but you will definitely take it forward post hackathon. That is one of the interesting crux of networking, wherein you collaborate with the jury and the organizers to take your product forward. Because let's be honest, there's going to be a ton of organizers for a hackathon, and they look forward to products that they can use. So if at all you think that hackathons are organized for student competency, I wouldn't say that you are wrong, but it is more focused towards a company's goal. If your product is aligned with the company's motive and strategy, they would support you in every way possible. And a simple quote would put a good end to your presentation. That would conclude the anatomy of your presentation. But I would like to open the forum for more questions from your side.
Darshan, Bhavesh, thank you for a wonderful presentation. So I just want to ask a question that could be of benefit to everybody. I thought I should flag that issue to both of you. So you folks are doing second BTech ECE. Bhavesh is in ECE and Darshan is in CSE second BTech. I'm sure you're piled on with assignments, Viva, the periodical test from 6 subjects and 2 labs, lab evaluation. Even I have been at the other side also. Probably if I were teaching you, I'll also be piling you with this stuff. So how do you manage the time? Because I think we have to agree that all the Amrita students are having a lot of work to do. So how do you manage your time?
Bhavesh, would you like to take this question?
Yes, sir, definitely. First of all, as you said, it's really hectic with the academics going on one side and then the other side of hackathons, sir. I would say that instead of spending much time for leisure and entertainment, we can limit ourselves to that. We all are passionate about engineering and we are all already passionate about doing something new. That's why we've all gathered here. Innovation is like something we want to do. So I feel that when I do something new, like when one of my personal projects or something which I work upon, I feel that as a form of entertainment. I usually forget to have my dinner sometimes. I'm working on my projects. I feel it's really, time in a healthy way, time consuming. It's better to do something, working on something innovatively rather than to sit on Netflix and Amazon Prime watching some series. It's always better to work on something like this, sir.
Adding on to Bhavesh's point, sir, I would just like to state that there is no gain unless there is some pain. What is easy to do may not always be fun, right? So this is something that we are definitely passionate about, and we would even lose our night's sleep for this sort of stuff. So I would like to state that though academics gets hectic sometimes, we try to manage our time and we try to fight the pressure, and there are always helpful friends around for you to lean on. So yes, sir, that would be the crux of how we manage, and it is more like a learning phase, sir. So we would like to fail often and fail early.
Thank you, Darshan and Bhavesh, because I think especially in our university, we have some minimum standards. We have to ensure that this much amount of teaching and instruction. See, at the other side also the feeling is likewise. You may think you didn't see your class advisor when you want to. I hear students coming. Class advisor is in that block. When you go to that block, he or she would have reached. So the feeling is likewise also from a faculty standpoint. We have so much of hectic. It's so hectic for all the faculty, but then you have to prioritize, you have to find out times. It's great that over almost 40 to 50 folks have come on a Sunday. You can I missed watching Shark Tank, my favorite program. I think there was a rerun on Colors Infinity. I missed watching it, but I'll hope to catch it up sometime. So that's the thing. I think the floor is open, folks, students. Please ask questions, and the team will be very happy to answer.
Yes, sir, there was a few questions posted on the chat box.
Please answer. No problem. I saw that.
First up, to address it about the battery life. If you are going to use 50 mAh battery,
ask the question. Can you ask?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah. Just a minute. Why they he yes? Any idea which battery life? Yep, the battery life as we propose it could stay for one whole day when we are going to use 50 mAh powered. Let's make it simple. 50 mAh powered power bank. To simplify it, if you're going to use something of that sort, it will stay for one whole day. If you're going to make it more lighter, we propose it to be at least 8 hours completely on battery until you recharge it. Another question, does it radiate? Wait a minute. Someone asked me, does it radiate harmful radiations? Seduraj, yes. Does it radiate some health impact to the user due to routine exposure of electronic subcomponents? Let me assure you, this is more comparable to a common mobile phone. Do you think common mobile phones impacts your health through radiations? It's far more less than a common mobile phone which you use, and I can assure you there's no health hazard due to our model. And also there was another question. There was another suggestion to include local languages. Again by Seduraj. Thank you for the suggestion, Seduraj. We'll surely work on it. And there was a suggestion by Seduraj showing a smart helmet by Faro. Again, this helmet by Faro costs around $1,200 which is around 86,000 right now, I believe. Again, you will have to import it from there to India, which is going to cost you at least 1 lakh of rupees. Do you think, will you buy a bike for 1.5 lakhs and again a helmet for 1 lakh, costing for you around 2.5 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs? I think not. Our helmet, as I told you already, won't cost more than 7,000, which is again similar to your mobile's price. These are the basic features which we believe that is compatible for our Indian scenario, or at least commonly economical friendly solution. If you guys have any other questions or queries that you want to ask, please go ahead and shoot one. I think we have one more question by Vaidehi. What kind of programming or coding is involved in the model, if any? Thank you, Vaidehi. This software is completely based on Python to simplify it, but to elaborate on it, OpenCV, Keras, and TensorFlow will be used in our computer vision models. And again, the model is based on a Raspberry Pi, which is a kind of microcontroller, which can also be operated by Python. If you guys want to start with some programming language, I will recommend you to start with C and Python. These two are universally accepted through every microcontrollers and programming languages. Bala C. Is the smart helmet able to process the signboards in heavy traffic? Yes, Bala C. Heavy traffic doesn't matter when you come up to computer vision. We let's talk about a simple concept in image processing. We just simply blank off every other thing around in the frame of view and only consider the part which we need to concentrate. For example, a stop sign or a hospital sign in a particular area. We just filter out the stop sign or the particular health sign, and we process that particular information to tell whether we are recognizing that signboard or not. Again, our smart helmet requires more field testing before commercialization of the same product.